What it do, gaming family? What's going on, man? It's your boy, the Husky Hokage, aka the Bearded Panda, here with you for another episode of Victory Road, a gaming podcast presented by the Blurred Syndicate. And as always, I got my boy with my right hand man, my couch co-op partner, the Dub. What's going on with you, man?
Not much chilling, man. Chilling. New city, new vibes, man. New city, new vibes.
Yes, and we have a special guest with us today, Mr. Ronell, one of the hosts of the 8-Bit Closed Fist podcast. It's on TikTok. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Tell everybody about you.
You know what I'm saying? Did a great job. TikTok gaming takes, all the hot takes,
Yes.
all the shit that make you crawl, your skin crawl, your blood boil, and just some fun shit, some informative shit, all about games though.
Yes, and that's so. We're kind of starting a series where we're interviewing Black gaming content creators, and you were like at the top of my list, man. I love your content myself. I enjoy your takes, whether they be hot takes or whatever. But I enjoy your opinion, what you bring into the community. It's really good. So if anybody hasn't followed this man on TikTok, go check out the 8-Bit Closed Fist podcast. I listened to a couple of episodes yesterday, just to check it out and everything. So my first question: what made you decide to start making gaming content?
Damn. I started off with just a podcast that I started with the bro LJ. Shout out to LJ, living on Will's Task. And that came about from us really just kind of playing games, me listening to a few podcasts myself. He had his business where he was kind of creating custom controllers. We would talk every now and then, and randomly I was just like, bro, we could do this shit. We can have a podcast. We can talk. We can have a good time. So that podcast started. That led to events. That led to like TikTok and all types of stuff.
I just like to say, me personally,
Okay.
I'm not a TikToker. So like when Marcus kind of brought you up, I knew you probably pretty much hot shit because like I said, I don't do TikTok, but for him to bring you up, I knew you probably hitting on something. And I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with the name, the 8-Bit Closed Fist. I'm rocking with it. So I usually have some pretty good hot takes. So I can't wait to for Marcus to ask some of these questions and I almost say combat your opinion. Just see what we're working with.
Yeah. So
don't have to.
So one of your, I would say, more recent hot takes, or it could be taken as a hot take, was you made the comment saying Spider-Man 2018 was mid, and of course you had your people that came at you or whatever. So do you think the new Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2 is gonna be mid, or how you feeling about the new one that's dropping?
Look, I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my dude. He's my bro for sure. And Miles Morales, that's my guy. I think Spider-Man, at least I thought Spider-Man 2018 was top tier mid shit. You know what I mean? It's really up there. Spider-Man 2 might be better, but I think just the nature of the game, which is a simple game about a beloved character that has some fun combat mechanics, a good story. I think no matter what, it'll be probably a good game. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near a pinnacle of gaming or nothing like that as far as like it being groundbreaking or really pushing the envelope or ambitious or anything like that. I think it would be a good game. Spider-Man 2 will probably be another good game. I think the story will probably be better, but they're not going to prove on too much. The combat system is going to be drastically different. The traversal web slinging won't be drastically different, but no one wants it to be drastically different, so it'll be solid.
So do you think it's kind of like that because it's kind of, I almost say it's the same game they make every time, but like since fucking Nintendo, you're gonna pick, in this case not Peter Parker, you're gonna beat Peter Parker, you're gonna get your selection of costumes, and you're gonna swing through the fucking city. So do you think it's kind of like top tier mid because it's just kind of like it's the same old tool. You're gonna get pretty much the same old villains. You might get Kraken, you might get Electro, you might get Mysterio. Where did that take come from? If you don't mind me asking.
I see it like this. I think what would make a game to that next level of fucking pinnacle gaming, right? Peak, really good gaming shit is it has to do something fantastic. It has to do something that maybe not even changes the game a little bit, but like really makes people say like, this is the new bar. I think with Batman games, right, that combat system was the new bar. It was when it came out, that shit was fucking brand new, you know what I'm saying? And nobody really was doing it like that. And it was great. And that's why Batman, the games and how well made it was, took it up to next notch. Story games like The Last of Us, right? You play that, it got to show that you do the exact, you know what I'm saying, like scene and story from the show, and it's still fire as fuck, right? Like, period. You can make a movie and it'll be fire. Last of Us story, it was great, right? Spider-Man doesn't have anything like that, right? And if it wasn't Spider-Man, if it was just Joe swinging, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would be like,
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be kind of whatever. And that's okay. I think that's cool. I don't think it has to be groundbreaking. It just has to be good at what it's supposed to do, which is make a fun Spider-Man game.
Completely agree. I agree. Yeah, Doug, you had anything? I'm gonna move to the before I move to the next one.
No, I mean, you got a good point when you think about it. Because, like I said, you know what you get from. It's kind of one of those things where you know what you're getting from the game.
Yeah.
So you don't expect more. You expect the same thing. So I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, no 2K game is gonna fucking be the best game of all time. Like, it's just impossible. It's impossible.
Bro, don't get me started. Don't get me started on 2K, Madden. Don't get me started,
man. Look, you know how I feel about man. But yeah,
right. But to the fans, I'm not saying it's trash. People say mid, like it's fucking trash. I genuinely mean like good with a shrug. You know what I'm saying? Good with an asterisk.
It'll pass.
It's a good superhero game.
Yeah. And like I said, you can't. And that's not. I don't look at it as a hot take. I just think that's. I mean, it's the truth. Like it's like I said, it's nothing groundbreaking. You know what you're getting. You know it's gonna be fun to play, the swinging mechanics, all that stuff. That's great. But like, you know what you're getting. It's a Spider-Man game. It is. When it boils down to it. So I completely agree.
I ain't gonna lie to him. I'm not supposed to take too much because I'm kind of like, when I sit back and think about it, I wasn't too excited that it was coming out. I was like, oh shit, cool. It was like, I know I'm gonna get it, I know I'm gonna play it, but it wasn't like when, oh shit, Tekken dropping or like, there's rumors that it might be a new Jump Stars title. It's like, or Dragon Ball Z. I didn't have that reaction. So now that he says that, I'm sitting here thinking like, he might be right. You might be right. Yeah. The biggest thing is the black suits Spider-Man, but you don't know how long you'll be playing with black suit Spider.
True.
It's a familiar character. We know what's up. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun. Ain't no wrong with that. It should be fun.
Like I said, it's gonna be fun. So let me kind of just ask a few questions from you. What was so I gotta ask, what was your first console you had or that you can remember having?
Damn. The oldest console I had was the Atari, but I got that low key after my PlayStation. I think the first one I got was the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
So the oldest I got is the Atari. The first I ever played was the Super Nintendo, but the first one I ever owned was the Sega Genesis.
Okay. Do you remember your first game?
Actually, I want to say Sonic is what stands out.
Yeah.
I want to say Sonic. I feel like it down there came with the Sega Genesis. So.
Yeah. I think that. Yeah, at a point in time, I think they did have like Sonic or Sonic 2 or something like that coming with you when you bought a Sega Genesis. So yeah. I remember
that and some random ass boxing games that I know my dad got.
You still play Sonic to this day, or you just kind of on Sonic?
Damn. I love my nigga Sonic too, man, but I'm not touching these games for real.
Hey, I feel it. I feel you.
Sometimes you love folks from a distance, man.
Yeah,
true.
Man, that's my guy though.
That's true. So out of all the consoles you had, out of all the consoles you played, man, what's been your favorite console or console generation?
Can we count handhelds?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. My favorite, like my personal favorite, and it could be because it was a handheld, It might be the PSP.
Okay.
It might
Okay.
be the PSP. That was my fucking pride and joy. I think it would be. It's a mixture of me actually being able to have it, right? Like I had a Game Boy, but like I couldn't really keep the Game Boy. I couldn't take the Game Boy to school. Like it was down there a home console. You know what I'm saying? I could take it every now and then on the bus or, on the trip. My PSP, I was old enough. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I could hold it with me at all times. That's exactly what I did. The PSP was down there my sidekick. Like no pun intended. It was my sidekick, flip sidekick, and it was also like the homie sidekick. And then that's when I think I first started jailbreaking shit too. So I had hella games.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, don't throw stones at me, but I was cheating in games. It was beautiful.
Hey man, that's how I think that's how you learn, bro. I think everybody has put in using cheat codes or game shark or something like.
I was just gonna say this man had a game. He showed me what a game shark was. It blew my fucking mind. I'm like, you have a whole device made to cheat. But
hey, bro, I had to catch out on Pokemon, bro. I needed.
let me tell you, before I get off on topic. Let me tell you what he did to me. I had Pokemon Gold, bro. I had 246 Pokemon. You only needed 250 to have all of them. I needed 4 more Pokemon. He used his game shark, and he was like, "You don't got no Master Ball." Like, I don't need him. Just catch the Pokemon. No, we gonna get the Master Ball. He cuts off the game. That puts in the cheat code for the Master Ball. He cuts it back on. My whole fucking save file is gone, bro. Whole file. I wanted to cry so bad.
It was a risk you could take. It was a risk to take. I'm sorry.
That's hurtful.
Bro, and looking back at it, 4 of those Pokemon could have gotten me like a Blissey, a Tyrogue, and 2 other Pokemon I could have gotten.
Yeah, there's probably a couple starters up in there.
Man, it was a mistake. It was I was trying to help the man get the Master Ball.
Origin story.
that might have been where it started too. So I gotta ask you, with everything that's going on with everything that's kind of going on right now with like the whole Microsoft trying to buy Activision and stuff like that. I remember you did a video about it, but with everything that's close to it, how do you just kind of how you feel about the whole thing? Like what Dave done, like stuff that's come out this week, it was like where basically I ain't gonna say it was Sony's fault, but it was reportedly gonna be Starfield was gonna basically miss Xbox altogether, and Xbox was like, you know what? We ain't gonna let that happen. We just go buy Bethesda or whatever the case may be. And it's kind of the same thing that happened with Call of Duty. The Bobby Kotick came out and said he wanted more money from the revenue share from Xbox. And Xbox was like, okay. He was like, he threatened to pull Call of Duty off of Xbox altogether. So, all right, bet. We gonna flex his wallet real quick. But so how do you feel about the whole everything that's going on with it?
Drop his nuts on him. He drunk. He drunk.
Y'all talk money. We talk money. For sure.
Let's play big bank, take little bank.
Yeah, for real. They went band for band, and I think personally, all right, with not even thinking about gaming, not thinking about consoles, not thinking about anything that has to do with me at all, for real. A company buying another company, a big company buying another big company is almost always terrible. Like in the long end, it doesn't really do great in society. It doesn't have a good track record. It has a terrible track record. Employees are usually fucked. The product is usually worse. Everybody usually suffers except for the person who bought the shit. So immediately, my immediate reaction is, I don't care about it. I wish it didn't happen. Now, me being in gaming and this having a potential effect on me directly, just because I be gaming on PlayStation, I game on Xbox, I game on everything. Still worried, but also it's kind of fun, right? It's kind of cool seeing like the fact that like you said, Sony was like, yo, you know what I'm saying, put the Starfield over here. And Xbox like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? We drop money. We put it on. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of cool. I think that's kind of fun. I think it's entertaining a little bit. It's exciting. But at the end of the day, I can't lose sight of the fact that these are big businesses, big capitalism, and it probably won't be in my benefit in the end. So I'm taking the entertainment where I can out of it. But if it was up to me, it wouldn't be happening, right? It's kind of ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really think about it, Sony kind of like buying out developers, Xbox buying out companies. It's kind of ugly business. You know what I mean? Like it's good business for them, but for us, they're not doing this because they want the best for us, right? They're not doing this to say we want to put out the best product for y'all. It's just pure money moves, and it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah. And so that's kind of leads to my next question. So how do you feel about like this whole? It's basically coming down to like exclusives or whatever the case may be. Like I know Xbox has stated several times that they're not gonna make Call of Duty exclusive. And they would honestly lose more money if they did that. Like you would lose a whole stream of revenue if you did that. So I can kind of believe them on that. At least not right now. That's not gonna happen right now. But so how do you feel about this whole exclusive thing? It's like good, bad, indifferent, in the middle?
It's tough because I think I was under the impression before that exclusives kind of inherently meant better games in a sense. I think back in the day it probably did, right? I think back in the day when a game was made on the PS3 versus the Xbox 360 specifically, it really mattered because they were drastically different consoles to create on. The PS3 was notoriously difficult to create games for because it was just weird. So like when it was a PlayStation 3 console, exclusive, it usually ran a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of a better game. I think I kept like Nintendo exclusives we think of, they're clearly like very Nintendo games, very specific Nintendo games. Xbox at the time were very Xbox games. They were like bro shooters, etc. Sony had a whole different thing going. So at the time, exclusives made sense, and like I rocked with them, right? I got it. Nowadays, I don't even know if that's true. I'm kind of like losing sight of that a little bit. I don't know if exclusives automatically mean a better game, really. I like the idea of PlayStation having exclusive because then they can focus on the controllers and all the adaptive stuff. But realistically, I don't think it matters that much. Recently, obviously, the PlayStation exclusives have been hitting, so I'm kind of still inclined to believe that something's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like something's happening. PlayStation exclusives are fire. I don't really care if it's exclusive or not. For me, like if I'm thinking just for me, exclusive, not exclusive, I don't care. I got all the consoles. Don't matter to me. But I guess for the betterment of gaming, maybe, you know what I'm saying, for the kid that can only afford the PlayStation, which I once was, you know what I'm saying, there's some dope Xbox game come out. That sucks for them.
That reminds me when I was a kid and Dead or Alive went to Xbox 360. I was sick.
Facts. Facts. Not playing being able to play Halo, that shit hurt.
And everybody at school talking about it.
And see, I was on the opposite end. I was basically like I had a PlayStation 1, didn't get a PlayStation 2 or 3. I was with the Xbox. So I played, like I said, Halo, KOTOR. Like KOTOR is still one of my top all-time favorite games. KOTOR, the Fable series, stuff like that. I was getting to play, but missing out on like the God of Wars and the Uncharted and stuff like that. So when I finally as I got older, went back and got a PS4, I started playing all those old games that I missed or whatever on PlayStation. But I completely understand. I'm kind of with you on that. Like I get where you're coming from, because so-called they got consoles and sales, but when as the older I get and the more you look into it, they lose money on consoles regardless of whatever happens in the case may be. That's from Xbox, PlayStation. So it's like, do we really need these exclusives like that? But I said once again, they got a brand, they got stuff they're trying to build and stuff like that. So I can understand. And so
I feel like the only one that's really like doing consoles exclusives is like Nintendo. I think Nintendo. Yeah. If you have Xbox and PlayStation, but you don't have a Nintendo, I think some of the games that come out, you are kind of still like, I really want to play this. It's the only way I can play these games. It's not even just one game. Like if you want to play any Mario game, they clearly got Pokemon. You need it, right? If you want to play Zelda, you got to get the Switch. So they're in a great position with that. Like most people get a PlayStation, Xbox, and you know what I'm saying, like Switch too. So.
Yeah, you got to, because I'm like Dub just said, man. I play my Switch. mostly and primarily for Pokemon. Like I'm a Pokemon guy.
Yeah.
I've been a Pokemon guy for the longest, so that's primarily why I have my Switch. But I completely agree with you. So since I kind of mentioned one of mine or whatever, what's do you have like a give me your top 3 favorite games of all time? Any from any era, whatever you got,
Gotcha.
whatever you got.
Oh wait. I think. Damn. Yeah, I think immediately what I think of when I think of like my favorite games, probably are the games that I get replayability from, games that I can kind of hook up right now and fuck with it. I think that came from like just me not having money and me having to fucking stretch games like crazy. So
you
I
ain't
think,
got to tell me that, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying? We had to play that shit till Christmas or till my birthday.
You get one, maybe 2 games like in a 6-month span, and you sitting there. That's once again Pokemon. Like I would sit there and play through, and I would if I got bored enough, I'll just delete my whole save and start a new one up and just go through and what. So I completely understand.
So that's what you put on me, huh?
I'm sorry.
Right? That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. I'll never let that go. I might delete one of his files now. I ain't gonna hold you.
I wouldn't even blame
you. Say something. Now
that I got home though, you know. So I got home, so everything I lose, I can put. We can get it back. It's cool though. So
right.
Get rid of everything at home.
I think my favorites. Immediately, I think of League of Legends, man. I've been playing League of Legends for so damn long, bro. I could always hop on that and play. It got to be one of my favorites, just off of pure hours. It's just I just hop on League of Legends all the time. After that, I would probably have to go with Marvel versus Capcom.
Which one?
Specifically 3 Ultimate, bro. Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate. Yeah.
You like 3 better than 2?
Yeah, bro. I didn't fuck with 2. I ain't gonna hold you. 2 was, bro. I loved 2 nostalgic. I was using quarters. No. Look, I get it. I was doing all the. I was there for 2. I was there, but I didn't sink my teeth into a game until 3. 3 is when I got dirty. 3 is when I really started knowing what a frame. I didn't even know what a frame was until for real.
I ain't even know about none of that. 2 had to be soundtrack, roster.
I see was cool characters and button mashing. Right?
Yeah,
I knew the fireball motion. That's just about it.
Well, I feel 3 was dope though. 3 was dope.
Yeah. 3 is when I really so like that changed low key how I game, like for real. Like learning a fighting game and getting good at a fighting game. That changed how I be living life. Like you gotta learn, you gotta take accountability. It changed everything for me. So definitely Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And then the last one, it's probably Guitar Hero, bro. It's probably Guitar Hero. Yeah, man.
I was that boy at Guitar Hero. Bro. I said they got 2 guitars, but they ain't working right.
Yeah, man. I learned songs, you know what I'm saying? Like I got new favorite bands because of Guitar Hero. Had a real life effect. You know what I'm saying? Introduced so many black people to rock music. It's crazy.
Yeah, it did. I know it did for me. Like, well, I ain't say it did for me. It was a little mix. Some of the songs I had, I already knew about. Then some of the stuff just like, okay, this a nice little pop. Let me go check them out.
100%.
So yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, but being in the hood before like high speed internet for real, Guitar Hero introduced a lot of black people like,
bro. Heavy lifting, a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I had the boys in the room with the. That's why I got
clicking and clacking though too. Like
yes.
Parents, I know they hated that game, bro. That shit used to be going crazy.
That was epic game. That's one of the games like you will always remember. Like it's some good memories behind it. Like where you can always remember almost just about the time where you was playing. You went over somebody's house. Like you didn't even know it could be somebody new or whatever. You get over there and you see they got Guitar Hero. I was like, oh, you got Guitar Hero? Let's go. Hey, don't turn it on. Let's go play. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm trying to find 2 guitars right now because I rebought Rock Band because they had Guitar Hero. I rebought Rock Band. I'm looking for 2 guitars with the little toggles so I can play.
Bro, it's crazy too because like that game really built like community shit. Like you said, you've seen somebody. Sometimes you can see them with the guitar, like at school every now and then. But like, you knew somebody played guitar, it was the whole movement. It was a party. You know what I'm saying? Like bring out Guitar Hero, you could spend hours. You know what I'm saying? In that room with whoever playing
Yes.
Guitar Hero. That's
Yes,
top tier.
man.
That's what gaming is literally meant to do.
I completely agree. It's supposed to bring you together, man. So I do have an act. So we kind of mentioned, you just mentioned some of your favorite games. What was the first game or the game you can remember that had you was like first time you was like, oh, I love this. Like this is it. Like I love like this kind of got you. That first game, something happened. It was like, or you playing through a game, it's like, I'm stuck. This it. You know what I'm saying? What kind of game? What first or what game made you feel like that at first? If you can remember.
One game when I was really locked in with it. I ain't gonna lie, it's the first game. It's hard to think about the first game where that happened because I think from a young age it was always about my experience with other people. Like yeah, I played Sonic, but like my first time really playing like a game for real was like playing a boxing game with my dad, right? Then we play like NBA Live with my dad. And then playing games with other people was always that experience for me. So I don't think I could even almost ever remember a childhood moment of a story game making me say, this shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really remember myself saying that ever. First time I really sat down and was like, yo, this is beautiful. Like this is amazing. Was honestly Baldur's Gate 3, bro. Baldur's Gate 3. Okay. I sat down, I was playing that, I was like, this is a world, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like this is I could do so much. You know what I'm saying? Like the world is at my fingertips. That's what I felt when I was playing that shit.
And it's cool. It doesn't necessarily have to be a young memory, but like don't just whatever game that comes to your mind. I know for me, like it was KOTOR. Like playing through KOTOR and it was the ending, like getting to the end and having to defeat Malik and whatever, and I'm losing it because I'm trying to I wasn't expecting this, so and when I beat him, I was just like, I gotta do that again, like you know what I'm saying. So I completely understand.
I think for me, I probably would say it was probably Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, or Kingdom Hearts. That first Kingdom Hearts is mind blowing to me. That first game made me cry because I thought Sora had died when he. Spoiler alert! I thought Sora had died. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, my nigga's gone, and I hope he back. He's back. So.
That's what's up.
Actually, okay, so, maybe the closest thing would maybe I think Uncharted had me like that for a moment. The first Uncharted, I was like, yo, damn, this is kind of crazy. Like I really feel like drawn in this story, and the cinematic set pieces that they did was like, it was new at the time. Like they would do like some cinematics that went into like some really good like gameplay moments, and then they'll go back. It just felt seamless at the time. I don't even know if I felt that in the game since. They did really well with
that. I kind of went because like I said, I went back and played the like the Uncharted series, the first 3 or whatever. Because I had like I said, I got a PS4. My wife bought me a PS4 one year for Christmas, and I went back, and that was like one of the first game series I wanted to play because I missed it out on it originally. So I went and bought the collection or whatever, and we played them. And just playing through those first 3 games, man, I was like, oh wow, these are some good games. And I kind of like I hate I missed out on them, but I'm glad I'm getting to play them now. So I completely understand on that. I know that you mentioned, you had some memories growing up with playing with your dad. Like, what's your favorite gaming memory? You with your father or just overall? Like, do you have a favorite gaming memory?
You said if I had to play a game, what?
I was saying if you I know you mentioned
memory?
What's your favorite gaming memory, or do you have one? I know you mentioned like you were playing with your dad and stuff like that.
I think it's probably gonna be a curveball. One of my favorite gaming memories, maybe one of my favorite gaming moments of all time, is probably playing through a Destiny raid when it first came out. Like, played some MMOs back in the day. Like I got to those points, but I never really played a raid. And playing that Destiny raid,
I remember.
You know,
I remember.
5 o'clock in the morning. And
Oh no,
we had a time where we wasn't looking it up, right? We was really trying to figure it out. We wasn't just like looking up a YouTube tutorial or nothing. We was like spitballing ideas, brainstorming like how to figure this shit out. Friends was dropping, you know what I'm saying? Like we had to invite other people. Other people was like, oh, I did this part. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a crazy moment. It's probably doing those Destiny raids, bro. The sense of accomplishment that I felt is pretty unmatched. It's pretty unmatched.
That's what's up. So with that, and I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of mine. It's just, I know with us, like mine is, I'm old, so my some of my favorite game remembers is sitting around, basically LAN party with Halo 2. Like we plugging up 2 Xboxes back in the dorms, and like Team 4v4 capture the flag. That was some fun. Bruh. Like, and see, I wasn't the best at shooter. I'm like just shooting. So my job was the distraction. I would get in the Warthog, and I would drive across the map and be the distraction. I get a couple of kills every now and again, but my job was to be the distraction. Everybody else, those 3 would go in and they would do the work. I was just a distraction, you know, trying not to get killed, but just make a whole lot of noise and have fun. So, but those are some of the best ones.
Some of my favorite game modes where I asserted my dominance on the whole room, just sitting there talking shit, nobody can stop me. Get this weak ass nigga off the sticks. He can't say like. And I remember, Marcus. I came in your house as a young jit. You had that Dragon Ball Z game. I went through the whole room a few times.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't great at fighting games. I have my middle son now. Like my middle son, I think he's a savant at fighting games, bro. Like he can pick up the sticks, you let him lab for a little bit, and he ready to go. Like I can't. Like, well, I don't even play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite with him no more. Like I just, I can't.
I'm gonna start looking at villain arc soon.
Man,
I'm gonna get me a Steam Deck, get that gamepad. Hey, put Brax on the sticks, man. Brax on the sticks.
Nintendo 64, Smash Bros. And Mario Kart is definitely honorable mention for me too. And also NBA Street. Playing like NBA Street was also crazy fun. Crazy fun.
And I wish they would bring those games back out. I think that'll be so dope if they did that. But so I got a question. What's a game that you love that you never beat? Do you have any?
I ain't gonna hold you. There's not a single game that was too difficult. Never beat. Honestly, look, if it was a game that I couldn't beat, it was purely because I didn't have a memory card and I didn't want to start all over every single time. Like that was usually it. I also didn't really buy too many games. But honestly, the game that comes to mind that I still kind of want to see more of was fucking Rugrats for the PlayStation 1, bro. Like I had that. I never got past that 3rd or like 4th level because I had to restart every time. So like I always would reach that, and I never, to this day I don't even know what happens.
I don't remember what happens. I don't remember like the levels of the stages, but I beat that bad boy a few times, so it didn't miss much.
It was I don't even know if it was a good game, but I thought that was a game I had.
It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. And see, as adults, you got to go back and think like,
yeah, it was kind of
a good game
for sure,
bro. Tommy, yeah, bro. And did you ever? I don't know which stage it was. Did you ever get to the stage where like it was like dark in the house and they had like the little ghost or something coming at you or something like that?
I think as far as that guy was like in a supermarket or a store or something. It was kind of creepy.
I remember the supermarket. I remember the supermarket. Now you say something.
Yeah,
babies running around the supermarket by themselves.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy. I ain't gonna hold you.
When you think about it, they were terrible parents.
Right.
They were outrageous parents. I wish my kid would be running around in diapers, going on adventures like that. Them niggas was eating fucking worms off the ground. They was doing crazy shit.
How you know this man don't got a screwdriver in his diaper though, bro? Like what? Bro, like
that's a weapon, bro.
He be sitting down. He be flopping down on it too. He just be climbing shit.
Pull out that screwdriver. Bro, where you get the screwdriver from?
Boy.
Like So yeah.
And none of them snitched though, for real, which is cool.
Yeah. That's nobody but Angelica.
Angelica was definitely the ops, bro.
Man,
She would have to catch the end of that screwdriver messing with me, bro.
But at the end of the day, she low key was like, he kind of was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You dumb babies. Like, y'all niggas could die. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was really helpful, to be honest.
Trying to be. So with I made a TikTok myself a few days ago, or I think a little while ago, about like this year alone in gaming has been probably one of the best years we've had in a couple of years. Like with all the games that have dropped this year alone. So just so far, is we're basically halfway. What has been like your game of the year so far? What do you think is up there in the top tier so far this year?
You said like just this year, like what I think made this gaming year one of the best.
Yeah. What's been your game of the year so far this year? Like, what do you think is your game of the year so far?
I think it's been great. I think I definitely have purchased more games than I've purchased in quite a few years. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Which is crazy though, because I did a video for Bleacher Report Gaming. Go check them out. And I said it was one of the best of the year. And I guess maybe it's just the Call of Duty 2K play. I don't know what it is, but like a slew of comments was like, "You're insane." And I was like, "This is not even up for debate. This is a fantastic year." We got
it is
5, damn near 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 games dropped in like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, Street Fighter came back in a huge way. Final Fantasy came back in a huge way. Legend of Zelda came back in a huge way. Like those three alone would automatically, you know what I'm saying? Those are some of the 3 biggest, most popular gaming staples, period. Right? And they came back with fucking fantastic games. Diablo is also another one of those games. But speaking of, that's probably what my gaming consisted mostly of. Diablo. I got a Steam Deck, so I've been kind of just playing a bunch of like random indie games that's been dropping. Hi-Fi Rush was a fantastic game for me. Yeah, man. It sucks though, because I can't think about Hi-Fi Rush without feeling a little disappointed, because we could have a Parappa game. Like we could have a full-on adventure Parappa game, and it would be insane. Imagine like walking around like Hi-Fi Rush. You know how everything is in sync. Like when even your steps are in sync with the beat, the lights in the background are in sync with the beat. Imagine walking around as a Parappa game in like different environments, different songs, some rap songs, some R&B, some soul. You know they do all types of shit.
Parappa Afro beats.
Right? Some Afro beats in there too. Nigga, some dance song, you know what I mean? Like some New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Like club.
It'll be dope.
Parappa would go crazy. But yeah, it's been a crazy year for me. Hi-Fi Rush was one of the highlights. Diablo, Street Fighter now.
Space, RE4 remake.
Hogwarts Legacy, Jedi Survivor. I love Jedi Survivor, man.
I think about that. Like it was so good, you had to sit back and think about exactly what you played. I still am swapping between Diablo, Street Fighter, and I haven't even started Final Fantasy 16 because I want to beat Diablo and Street Fighter first.
Yep. It's that we have halfway there. We got Baldur's Gate, Starfield, like
so much still come out. Alan Wake 2, like Spider-Man 2, you know those.
Hopefully Tekken drop this year.
Hopefully. What's gotta ask? So since you say you're playing Diablo, what's your build, man? What you got in? What your build is?
Oh, I got a Bone Spear Necromancer build that is fragile as fuck. You could barely make it to, I'd say, like 75. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm level 67, but I can handle maybe like 75, maybe like tier 32. You know what I'm saying? Nightmare dungeons. I gotta fix them up, but I'm waiting for the season drop. I kind of lost interest. I'm not gonna hold you.
I still ain't beating shit, so I ain't.
Yeah, me either. I got a barbarian. I'm thinking in world. What tier? I forgot what tier I'm in, but yeah.
Hopefully tier 2.
Yeah.
Hopefully at least tier 2.
Like I'm that's
Yes.
my
I
boy.
think that's my thing with Diablo. I think they need to. I did a video on it, but like they should. Have y'all played Minecraft Dungeons?
I haven't.
No.
I've been thinking about. I will
It's
jump in. I want to play
basically
with my kids.
Diablo for kids. Diablo for kids. But it's good. It's a good game. Like it's actually
Okay.
a good game. Right after Diablo 3, I think. Actually, before Diablo 3, I think Minecraft. I was playing Minecraft Dungeons, and then I was like, damn, I kind of missed Diablo a little bit. This shit kind of fire. Then I went to Diablo 3. Now I'm on Diablo 4. What Minecraft Dungeons was doing was they kind of kept you interested for a longer period of time than Diablo 4 is doing. Diablo 4 kind of got me, and then there's this huge gap. Like when you go from the world tiers up the world tiers, then it's great, it's fun. You feel like you're leveling up for real. But when you reach a certain point in world tier 4, it just drops off. And Minecraft Dungeons has this tower thing. It's basically like every week there's a tower that you can climb, where it's like level after level. It's randomized. Yeah. You start off with kind of random gear. It's kind of like a roguelike within it. Each level you can choose like certain stuff you want to do. And at the end of it, depending on how high you go and how far you go, you get loot. I think Diablo needs something like that to kind of keep that interest, to cut World Tier 4 in half. So it's not so like tedious for me, but we'll see what they do in next when the season starts.
July 15th, I think that's when it dropped.
July 15th?
I think I was looking it up the day because I was like, damn, what is? Because I was on the impression the season had already started. So I was like, I need to beat the game for they reset my character.
Yeah.
And it was like, nah, season 1 dropped like July 15th, I believe.
I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna see. I hope they switch it all up. It gotta be a good season. Like they gotta do some crazy stuff to really keep it going.
Hopefully they do, man. I mean they've been pretty good with content, so hopefully they come with something good in this upcoming season. So yeah, I know we've been here for about 45 minutes. I want to keep you all day, but just a few more questions. So overall with the gaming community as it is, man, what's some of your dislikes with just overall with the gaming community?
You sound like what's some of like the worst takes I've seen?
Yeah, a worst take. So just overall something you just picked up from being in the gaming community.
I think the kind of the plague in gaming that I'm seeing right now is this general idea of like kind of game developers being lazy, or like the non-popular. If it's not the most popular game of the exact day, then it's trash. I think those kind of takes are kind of tired. I think, honestly, calling unless it's like a Redfall, a Golem, you know what I'm saying? Like calling most games nowadays absolute trash is I think it's pretty lame. I think the general notion that gaming is terrible or bad right now, I think that's the thing that I'm kind of fighting currently. Always is this notion that like gaming's so bad right now because games have bad release starts. When like games have always had not good releases, like they have never been good. It's just that now they can patch them. You know what I'm saying? So like we see them fixing it. Like nigga, every game, you know what I'm saying, like was like releasing with bugs. There was no games releasing without hella glitches. Your save data getting messed up from certain points. There's some stuff that will still exist in older games, or if you do this, your game will stop working. You know what I'm saying? Like in that, and that's just it. I think that kind of notion is lame. And let me see. It was one of. Also, I don't like when people say they're big on this. Like it looks like a mobile game shit. Like people are saying like. Even Diablo, they're saying like Diablo's a mobile game. It's not worth $70. That's insane. That's a
Not gonna lie. I wasn't a Diablo fan, and my homeboy was like, "Bro, you need to get Diablo. You need to get Diablo." I'm like, "Ain't that the game that look like X-Men Legends?" And I like X-Men Legends, but the only reason I like X-Men Legends because it was X-Men. So I was like, but he was like really, really like harping on it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll give him a chance. And well, I'm glad I did.
Yeah. That's, and I feel like it's a lot of times they like, and just generally judging the games off of graphics and like the scope of it all.
Yeah,
I think people are just kind of losing sight a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's almost like the movie versions of, if it's not a AAA blockbuster, maybe Marvel movie, then it's just a fucking non-movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's kind of what it's kind of hitting the game a little bit.
I can see that. I can definitely see that because, like I said, with the Marvel movies, you know, it's kind of took over. So anything that's outside of them that's getting released is like, I ain't gonna see that. And Marvel, you know, so that's how people are. But yeah, so we talked about gaming a lot, but what do you do when you're not gaming? What's your favorite hobby, or what you like to do when you're not gaming? You know, go touch grass or whatever. You know, just to get get out the house, or step away from the controller for a bit.
Yeah. I really be playing basketball for real. Going outside playing some ball is always fire. I'm not playing basketball. I'm not doing anything rated like video game or content. Music is always fire. I love listening to music. I love going to a concert, going to a show. I mess with hanging out with the friends a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They cool people. Going out. I got this con, Los Angeles Anime Expo. I like messing with a con every now and then. And Netflix and chilling is always fire. So that's where we at with it.
That's what's up. You in the anime?
Yeah, I mess with some anime. I mess with some anime for sure.
Okay. What you got watching anything currently?
Right now I'm watching. Actually, I started back Dr. Stone. I had stopped for a while. But I started back with Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone is good, man.
And I also, just to put it out there, I only do dub. Really, I don't really do sub. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, this guy stinks!
Look,
I turn on anime in the background. Unless it's fire. Like I'm locked in. Like, I don't know, Jujutsu Kaisen or some shit.
I give you that.
I'm with you, Ronell. I do mostly dub, and my reason is I watch sub when I need to, but I got kids, so trying to multitask. It's easy. I can put it on some anime.
You gotta do stuff.
Yeah. So and it's easier to watch dub that way, man. But I completely agree with you, man.
100%.
Yeah. So I do want to ask. I know you did a video. I can't think of who it was with, but you ended up breaking your Switch. Did you get another one, or what happened? Like what like when you?
We was doing a one of those fun that TikTok trend, that West African joint. And she had and she just like smacked it a little bit hard. But to be honest, it was just like a crack on the screen. The thing is not broke, but it don't even matter because I got a Steam Deck, so I'm yes. You know what I'm saying, Nintendo Switch games is over there for me. Okay,
so I do want to ask because Dub, we've talked, me and him been talking about it. I know he's leaning, he's probably gonna get one before I do, but like, would you recommend the Steam Deck?
Steam Deck is fire.
Okay.
Steam Deck is fire. I think there's some other competition out there that I personally think is a non-starter. I still think Steam Deck is number one.
Okay.
Because they just got all the extra buttons, and you can play different games. Like I'm playing Disco Elysium on it right now. That's very hard to do without a mouse and a keyboard. But the Steam Deck got the touch pads, so you could do that. You could. I played League of Legends on there a couple times. It's difficult. But you can just customize everything that you want. You could turn the thumbstick into buttons, right? So now you got 12 buttons just on the thumbstick, right? So you could just lock that to all items, right? Then you could do the back buttons. Then you got the touch screen. Then you got the mouse pad. Then you could click that touchpad. Then you got the one on the left. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just way too much customization. So for me, it sacrifices some of the power, some of the fidelity. I don't mind playing the game on medium to low if I can play more games.
So would you recommend getting a higher gigabyte one since it has a expandable SD, or do you think that shit don't matter at all?
Wait, say that one more time?
Because I know I was looking at it, like it was like one is like 64 gigs, one's 256, and one's 512. In the grand scheme of things, do you think that matters, or do you think it's kind of like, since you can expand the the space, it doesn't matter too much.
Personally, I immediately opted for the 512, but it could have been premature. I think there are some tutorials out there that say just get the cheaper one, buy you a SSD, then put the SSD in there, and you'll get even more space for less the price. Um, I haven't opened mine up yet. I'm kind of chilling, but that's just me. I like to kind of keep it the way it is for a while before I start tinkering the fuck out of it. So for me, I'm leaving it at 512. I have enough space. I play a solid amount of games. Um, a lot of the games I play are on Game Pass anyway, so I just put Game Pass on there, and I don't have to download anything, so I got free space. Um, I always say, figure out the type of games you want to play, right? Figure out the exact games you want to play on the Steam Deck. See if it works. If it works, you're good. If it don't, it's clearly it's a non-starter.
Do you can you do remote play with it? You can do remote play with the Steam Deck, can't you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Granted, right now it's only for same Wi-Fi, so it's basically like that device that PlayStation's coming out with it.
Which is I heard it came out during this whole FTC thing that it's possibly they're gonna be charging like $300 for, and I'm like
too much money in my opinion.
I'm with you. Like for a streaming only device that you need to be on the same Wi-Fi, like Backbone. Dub gave me his Backbone, and you can play as long as you connect it to any Wi-Fi. I can do a remote play with that. And so it's like the screen ain't that big, but hey, it still works. So
yeah. The back at this point, I don't get why someone wouldn't. If they really want that, you might as well get the Backbone and use your phone. Unless you just don't want to make your battery die, I guess. Just get the Backbone. It's way better, and you can do it anywhere. I've done that in hotels. I've done it in the airport.
Exactly. You can get a Backbone.
I think there's a purpose for it. Again, I use the remote play on my Steam Deck to play PlayStation 5 all the time. I think it's a solid ability, right? Sometimes I'm playing a game and I just want to like lay down in my bed and chill. Sometimes I want to just like roll over, wake up, and just play on my bed still without having to sit in a chair and all that fun stuff. Or even go in the living room, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I don't think it's worth $300. If they would have dropped that same thing and maybe 100 tops, cool.
I'm with you. Like I said, I'm the whole thing because I've been doing research because I have a couple of iPads, so I was like, when this remote play will work with this Backbone work with an iPad, and from what I've been seeing, it does. I haven't tried it yet, but see that and they go to bigger screen. You really need the bigger screen. So, but I completely agree with you. But Dub, you got anything else for him?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Man, I wanna just thank you so much for taking the time to, speak with us and just coming on, man. We really appreciate you. If you can, you go ahead one more time and just kind of let everybody know where they can get in touch with you, where they can watch you, where they can see you at.
You know what I'm saying? Most of the Game It Takes is on TikTok, Instagram, at 8-Bit Closed Fist. Getting all the video game stuff. We're starting to get into a little bit more reviews. We're over there on YouTube. We get a lot of episodes of podcasts. We will be relaunching a podcast. It's on hiatus right now. We're going to relaunch it bigger, better. If you're in Los Angeles, we're doing a lot of events, a lot of like gaming tournaments.
I just moved to LA.
Gamer. What was that?
I just moved to LA. Moved back to LA.
You know what I'm saying? Come through. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna throw some more events. We're gonna see what you're hitting on with that Street Fighter. I heard you said you got it. We're gonna see if you really, you know what I'm saying, if you're really out here. Also be on the lookout. I plan on making sneak preview. I guess it'll be a show coming out where I'm it's kind of like just a real show, talking gaming. Take a topic, tackle it. I'm gonna have a co-host, and it'll be pretty dope. So.
But as always, man, once again, thank you. Hey, thank y'all for listening. Appreciate it. But as always, remember, all games lead to victory road. Y'all take it easy. Peace.